potatoes is on the menu here at the Young's house, and I am so excited to show you all this recipe. How you're going to make your fried potatoes taste spectacular every single time. It's a whole technique we're going to do here. I have some beautiful russet potatoes. Now, when I'm talking about making a fried potato, I'm usually going to use, like 90% of the time, it's either going to be a russet or an Idaho potato. Not the red potatoes and not the Yukon Gold. The Yukon Gold is a little too soft and it usually turns out pretty mushy. So I've washed these off using some cold water. You're going to need some vegetables to make it gorgeous and to make the fried potatoes taste amazing. Green bell pepper. Nice gorgeous onions, and you're going to need some spices. The spices that I'm using today is salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, some parsley flakes if you want, and you can use a little bit of paprika if you wanted to. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make a big pot of fried potatoes the right way. Y'all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. Who loves fried potatoes? I love fried potatoes so much. I literally could have them every single day of the week and never get tired of them. I would eat them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. I've been known, my husband thinks I'm wild for this one, I have been known to eat my fried potatoes like, say they're leftover and maybe they just been sitting on the counter or whatever, I'll eat them cold. Yes, if they're seasoned good enough, because I am that person that likes cold pizza, and cold fried chicken. I'm the same way when it comes to good fried potatoes that's been seasoned well. I don't even have to re-microwave them, right? So now let me know how your day is going. What's the weather looking like? Today is beautiful outside, but it's cloudy. I mean, it does feel like it's about 83, 84, but it's cloudy. It hasn't rained all day, so I'm happy with that. First thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and get started peeling our russet potatoes or your Idaho potatoes, and then I'm going to show you how I like to cut them down. I don't want to cut them too small, kind of like medium-sized pieces, and I'll show you that once we get this nice and peeled. That's how I like to cut the potatoes. Once we get it nice and peeled, we're going to go this way. Okay, hold on. There's a little mark in there that I want to, let's go ahead and cut that mark off. We don't want to use that, right? So once we get it in half, we're going to chop it down into same size cube pieces. When you do that, your fried potatoes will always cook evenly. What do I mean by evenly? Here's the thing. If you got big, huge pieces and then you got tiny pieces, those tiny pieces will be burnt before the bigger pieces get done, right? So if you make them all the same size, they all cook around the same time. Kids, all of you all's kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews, everybody's out of school by now, right? So our son, he's out of school as of a couple of days ago. So now, what's the fun things that you all are going to do this summer? Anybody doing anything special? Any special ideas of fun stuff to do? Let me know, because I'm trying to think of some things that we can do so that he can have a great summer. But now keep in mind, he's not a little kid though. So he, but we do want to find something different to do so we can have fun this summer. Tell me everything, all the fun stuff. What's really important about fried potatoes, or anytime I make potatoes, I want to rinse the starch out. Have you ever peeled your potatoes and you put it in the water and the water's cloudy? All of that is unwanted starch that I don't want, right? We're naturally going to get the starch, but rinse it off. Right, so here's what I do. I will rinse these potatoes about 5 times under cold water only until the water's nice and clear. And I feel like the fried potatoes cook up even better once you rinse all that starch off. It does. The type of potatoes that I grew up on is where they slice the potatoes like this, with the skin off, of course. Let me kind of show you. For some reason, I am so timid to make fried potatoes this way, but yet this is the kind that I grew up on. So they slice them this way, not the way that I'm slicing them. Maybe one day I'll try them, but I really do feel like if I go to make some fried potatoes this way, why do I feel like they're gonna fall apart on me? I don't know. I guess I just have to do it, and I'm surprised at myself for not trying it. You can't knock something until you try it, right? Like I always tell you all. Maybe I'll go old school one day and do my fried potatoes like the kind I grew up on. Now, let's talk about something that I like to do to my fried potatoes that most people don't do. It's really interesting, and I love to do it this way. What I do is I pre-cook my potatoes. I boil them, but I don't boil them long enough where they get soft or mushy, right? I just boil them really quickly, like maybe 9 minutes, just to start the cooking process, and then I don't have to wait for them to fry forever, right? Because we all know fried potatoes can take a long time to cook, but doing it that way, they come out with the best texture where the inside is fluffy, soft, and supple, and the outside, it still gets crispy. I remember we went out of town with some family. We were staying in a cabin, and somebody has said to me, how are they going to get crispy if you're boiling them? And then when they was done, they was like, they're crispy. I'm thinking, I know they are. Yeah, that happens. Most of the time at my house when I make fried potatoes and onions, I'll cook like a whole 5-pound bag of the potatoes because we love the fried potatoes that much. Sometimes there's leftovers, and if it is, we just have it, you know, as a snack later on in that evening, or even the next morning with our breakfast, kind of put it into our scrambled eggs, you know. But 5 pounds is always the perfect amount for my size family. Potatoes are boiling. Let's go ahead and start chopping up or slicing your bell peppers and the nice, beautiful onions, okay? So now you can slice them, dice them, whatever you want to do, okay? I'm going to put these into dices, and then I think with my onions, I'll slice them today. So now listen to me. When you go to fry, make your fried potatoes, don't put the onions and the bell peppers in too early, because guess what? By the time those fried potatoes get done, the bell peppers and the onions will be burnt. And that's like one of the worst things, right? We don't want burnt onions. So what do? What I like to do is when my potatoes are almost done, they done got nice and crispy and all the good things, then you put the bell peppers and onions in, because we don't want them to cook so long where they turn into mush either, right? So, like the last 10 minutes of the cooking process, that's when my bell peppers and onions go in. And now let's talk about the seasoning, because the seasoning is important too. To me it is. Here's the thing. Here's what I like to do. Seasoning the fried potatoes too early, these powdered seasonings like the garlic powder and the onion powder, guess what it's going to do? It's going to burn on you. So when your fried potatoes are almost done, that's when we season too. And we're going to season it to perfection, make that thing taste good. Yeah, we are. Got our onions. I'm hoping they don't go making my eyes water, because we have to have onions in our fried potatoes, right? Slice them, but I'm going to do it quick, y'all. If there's one thing that I hate, is slicing onions, but you need them, right? And we love the onions, especially a nice sweet Vidalia onion. These are not sweet Vidalia onions. My husband bought these. I think these are Spanish onions, and they burn like fire. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and cut nice and hot. Go ahead and get those potatoes ready in. And here's the thing, don't touch them from here. Leave them completely alone until they get golden brown on one side, and then we can flip. Times where people go wrong is they don't give the potatoes a chance to get brown. Once you begin to see that brown, then you can go in and mess with them. Otherwise, you're going to mush them and they just don't turn out right. Okay, so now we're waiting on the other side to get brown. Look at this. Now this is what fried potatoes look like. Nice and crispy, golden brown, gorgeous. So now, this is the perfect time. Go ahead, because these are almost done. Let's put those bell peppers and gorgeous onions in there. Just lay them on top for a little bit, and then we'll double back and mix them in after that other side of the potatoes get brown. Oh, yeah. Season them and make these things taste good. For me, I'm going in with some salt, but you know, if you can't use it, just leave it out. It'll be fine. Right, we're going to put some black pepper in there. Great. And we're going to put a nice amount of onion powder and garlic powder on purpose, because we want that flavor to shine through. We'll season the other side when we flip them over. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. What would you want to have on the side of your fried potatoes and onions? Is it going to be a breakfast meat? Is it going to be fried fish? Tell me what goes perfect with this in your opinion. Get these right out of the pan. Look at that. Are you kidding me? And I love that my vegetables are not mush. So you can see I got a cooling rack, y'all. I like to do this because there's one thing that I don't want. I do not want fried potatoes that are greasy. And the way to take away that grease is set it onto your cooling rack. And then underneath, put that cookie sheet, and you're going to be good to go. Some of the best fried potatoes you have ever made. Oh my goodness, I know. If you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up. Tell the world what Gina Young's doing in this kitchen every single day. And Father, on today, we thank you for this lovely meal, for your hedge of protection, your love time, your mercy, and your understanding. Oh, Father, I thank you what you've done for me. I thank you for what you're getting ready to do. Amen. Stay tuned if you want to see taste. You want to taste? We're getting ready to do it. And they're still hot. Oh, my goodness. Yes. I'm going right in. I got ketchup. Do y'all like ketchup on yours? Because I do. Stay right there. Oh my goodness. Mm.